Catch More Fish, Trout and Rivers, Part 5, Streamers. When the weather is unpredictable and the conditions undesirable, a streamer is often the only way to catch trout, and is definitely a tactic you should learn if your goal is to catch more fish. Some of the worst conditions can provide decent streamer action. If you are new to fly fishing, I would focus more on dry fly or nymphing basics. This will help you become a well-rounded angler. If you start off streamer fishing, there is a good chance you'll never put down the streamer rod and become an angler, often referred to as a junkie. When the water is high and off color, and I don't have confidence that the fish will be able to see my dry fly or nymph, and when it's hard to execute a natural presentation, streamers are forgiving in that sense. You can strip, dead drift, swing, or twitch them in your desired target area. Streamer junkies score how many fish they moved. This can be useful when you're fishing new water. Every trip out should be considered an intelligence gathering mission for the next trip out, and moving fish gives you a good idea of the quality, quantity, or species of fish in the river. Junkies want the big one, but small fish chase streamers too. Good streamer anglers understand the importance of the retrieve, especially when to speed up and slow down. You're trying to induce a reaction strike. Slowing down is just as important as speeding up. Keep that in mind. You can vary the retrieve by stripping in the line with your offhand or manipulating the rod to give the streamer more action. Not all streamers imitate bait fish. There are leeches, crayfish, damsel, and dragonfly nymphs that can be imitated by streamer patterns. You need to understand how these creatures move around and mimic that with the retrieve. When you are nymphing, you're fishing deeper than you would with a streamer. So the goal is not to get down to the depth of the fish, instead to get down deep enough so that the fish feel aggressive enough to chase. Streamer fishing is visual. You need to be able to see how your fly is moving in the water to understand the retrieve. Nymphing is precision and streamer fishing is shock and awe. With that being said, you definitely can tie a streamer on a jigged hook and fish it like a nymph. Sex Dungeon, Barely Legal, and Bangtail are patterns designed by the world-famous Kelly Gallup. His patterns are big and material-heavy. Kelly Gallup's Slide In is in Montana, and he is often fishing and guiding from a drift boat. He designed his patterns to have a presence in the river, and understanding that presence, he can cover water efficiently. With each pattern, he knows the given radius that the fly needs to trigger a fish. He calls it the kill zone. Gallup opened the door for all the modern streamer junkies. Respect. Gunnar Bremer is another exceptionally talented angler and fly designer. There is a relationship with Gallup, but Bremer favors different materials, I imagine for purposes of castability. Gunnar Bremer's flies are designed to have the perfect profile. In addition, he has built a reputation in the warm water, saltwater, and musky fishing community. Landon Mayer's signature fly is the mini leech. He recommends a size 14 to 16. This is a very natural presentation, but just big enough to trigger aggressive strikes, and its design is versatile. You can also cast the mini leech on the lightest trout setup you could possibly think of. This is an example of a fly that can catch fish in any type of water and in all conditions around the world. A truly exceptional design. If your home water is faster and you can wade or drift with relative ease, you might want a pattern similar to what Gallup designs. If you need a longer cast and prefer a more realistic fly, see what Gunnar Bremer has to offer. If you are fishing lighter gear and need a do-all gadget fly, Landon Meyer is who you should look up. If you go far enough down the rabbit hole, you might just have some concepts of your own.